Systems of Nonlinear Equations, Part 3. Nonlinear systems of equations can be found, solutions to them can be found looking at substitution, elimination. We can also solve graphically. In this case, this is what they want. Two equations and their graphs are given. Find the intersection points of the graph by solving the system. Okay, so this one we did a substitution example, did an elimination example. Here's our graphing calculator example. Okay, so to get this put into our graphing calculator, we're going to have to solve each equation for y. If I subtract over that x, I'm going to multiply everything through by a negative. So we have y squared is x plus 4. I'm going to apply the square root. So remember, if I apply the square root, I apply the plus or minus, and then we have the square root of x plus 4. In y1, we're going to put in the positive square root of x plus 4. What that's going to generate is the top part of this red graph. In y2, we're going to put in the negative square root of x plus 4. The negative square root of x plus 4 is going to graph that bottom half. So I actually need two equations to graph x minus y squared is negative 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve that second equation for y. So we're going to subtract over our x. We're going to divide everything through by a negative. Here we have a line that has a positive slope of 1, an x-intercept of negative 2, a positive slope of 1, a y-intercept, I think I said that wrong, a y-intercept of negative 2. And so what we see is we should have two solutions for this system. We have this solution here, and we have this solution here. Okay, so let's get this put into our graphing calculator. Okay, so we're going to hit clear. We're going to hit y equals. We're going to clear out another problem that was there left over. Okay, what do we want? We want the square root of x plus 4. We want the negative square root of x plus 4. Okay, that's the two equations that we need just to graph our first equation in our system. Okay, so then to get the next one, we're going to graph x minus 2. Okay, let's go ahead with the zoom standard. And we see we get the same picture as here. Okay, so now when I go in to find the intersection point, we go into second calc. Option number 5 is intersect. We have to be a little bit careful here because we have three equations in there. When I go through and look at what equation I'm on that positive square root of x plus 4. So that's where I want to be for this intersection point. When I hit enter, I don't want to be on the negative square root. I want to be on the line. So I'm going to have to go up arrow maybe a couple of times in order to get to my line, which is x minus 2. Now that's my second curve. So I'm going to hit enter, enter, and there's my intersection piece. Okay, so then next, let's look at this intersection point here. Now we should be able to get 0, negative 2, but let's look at how to do that on our calculator. We go into second calc. Option number 5 is intersect. And then I need to pay attention to where I'm at. Right now, I'm on the positive square root of x plus 4. I want to be on the negative square root of x plus 4 on this red piece. Okay, so I go over to my point of intersection. That's my first curve. And you can see that in the lower left corner. That's my first curve. I hit enter. I'm on my line, and I know that because it says here, I'm on that line x minus 2, and that's the intersection point that I need. So I'm going to hit enter because that is the second curve that I want to be on. Guess, we hit enter, it goes away and finds that intersection point. Okay, so using the graphical way of solving, we have our two answers. If we look at our first answer, that would be this one here, and that's the x5, the y3. So one solution is 5, 3. Okay, for our other solution, that was this one here, the point of intersection. E to the negative 14 means move the decimal place left negative, move the decimal place left 14. If I took this decimal place and moved it left 14, I'm pretty close to 0. This is just another way that our calculator says that that's 0 and then negative 2 for our y value. So when we look at solutions to this system is going to be 5, 3, and 0, negative 2. So we've got the substitution method, elimination method, and graphical method for solving systems of equations.